So, I've collected some of the stories that I remember where I almost got kidnapped or went missing when I was a child. So, the first story happened when I was somewhere around 7, 8 years old. My mom, my siblings, and I were in a bus. Before we got to the bus, I was insisting on sitting in the very back seat of the bus, cause I thought it would be fun and more comfortable there. But unfortunately, the back seats were already taken before we got in the bus. It was such a bummer, so we sat somewhere else. But I still wanted to sit in the very back seat, so I kept checking the back seats back and forth to see if anyone left the seat so I can take their seat. Luckily, someone left their seat and the space was enough for me to fit in there. So I asked mom if I could go sit there and she allowed me. So I went to that seat all alone, no one else with me. I sat there and there were some young men sitting with me. I didn't interact with them in any way. I was looking through the window. The guys next to me started talking to me. They were asking me questions like, what's my name, how old I am. I gave them some answers, and then we went silent again. Then the guy right next to me passed me a soda can. Little me took that soda can and immediately drank it. While I was at it, they were kind of smirking and giggling at me. It was kind of awkward and creepy, to be honest. I got bored a few minutes later, so I wanted to go back to mom and sit with her. The guys wanted me to stay, so I stayed, but I started feeling a little bit uncomfortable cause I didn't want to stay with them. Luckily, most of them went asleep a while after. I didn't know how did that happen, so it was my chance to sneak my way off of that seat, and I went back to mom. I told her later what happened in the bus, and she told me they could have kidnapped me or something. I was obviously a kid back then, and I didn't know what were their intentions, and to be frank, I still can't assume they tried to kidnap me. Perhaps they were just being nice, I guess. I shouldn't have trusted them so easily though. The other story is where I almost went missing. So we were at my uncle's house in the afternoon. My uncle suggested if we could go on a picnic to a nearby mountain. My dad thought it was a great idea, so he agreed. So we prepared ourselves and we went to that mountain. We had some fun there. The view from the mountain was nice and we were talking and making jokes. When we were about to leave, I thought it would be cool if I left before they do. So with no hesitation, I started running away from them, not knowing where I was going. Then I tripped upon a rock and I started falling down and rolling. I got a scar on my forehead and I started bleeding. I was waiting for them to arrive, but they didn't. So I started panicking and I didn't know what to do. I looked up and I noticed that there was a small park in front of me, and some people were there. As much as I wanted to talk to them and ask for help, but I was so scared. So I just sat there watching the sunset and kept waiting. And luckily, a few minutes later, I saw my dad's car approaching. I was glad they found me, but my dad was yelling at me for being so clumsy, and he beat the crap out of me. When I left before they did, I actually went on the other side of the mountain, and they went on the opposite one, where they actually parked the car. I literally thought I was smart and fast, huh? The last story I have happened when I was 11. So I was outside playing with the neighborhood kids. We were playing soccer and there was a deep underground train road nearby. One of us kicked the ball away and it fell into the subway. We went to see where's the ball, but instead we found 3 guys sitting down there. There was nothing sketchy about them until we noticed some beer bottles next to them, which means they're most likely drunk. Then the guys noticed we were staring at them, so they began staring back. We made eye contact at each other for a while. They looked creepy as hell. We thought things couldn't get worse until I saw one of those guys hiding a damn knife. As soon as we saw that, we were like, okay, never mind, screw that ball, we ain't getting it back, bye. Imagine what would have happened to us if we tried to get that ball back. Damn, that was crazy. I've put so much sweat and tears into this video, so you better not let it flop, guys, okay? By the way, I didn't like the way I wrote the script and the way I was talking in this video. Like, I literally wrote the script and recorded the whole thing in a rush and called it a day. I'm gonna work on that later. Also, we're almost at 200,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you help me get there. And in my next video, I'm probably gonna talk about being a quiet kid in school. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more videos. And yeah, that's it. Bye.